Hello, everyone. I am Kayla Moore. I am a songwriting coach and the author of Your Path to Songwriting Success, 7 Steps to Becoming a Confident Songwriter. And I am here today with a fellow incubated author, the wonderful Freda Wilson. And she has 2 books, actually. So Freda's going to go into telling you all about her books and what she does. But let me just tell you real quick what this is about. So today we have such an interesting topic. We're going to be talking about how you can heal from breakup of a relationship or a divorce while using songwriting as a tool. So Freda, can you go into what you do and what your books are about?
Absolutely. So, Kate, thank you for that good start off, girl. You're just so creative. People are gonna love you when they start working with you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, and us coming together to help people in the healing process, I think is so unique, but it's so brilliant in the sense that, when you go through the different phases of divorce, you need a way to channel or release all of the sadness and the anger and so forth that you go through. So I think your idea to do this was absolutely brilliant. I just wanted to put that out there right away. But my book, Healing the Wounds of Divorce, it could be healing the wounds of a broken heart, healing
Mhm.
the wounds of a failed relationship. My goal in the book is to help an individual journey through the process of divorce. They deal with the different emotions that they go through, and at the same time, we have a phase where you work on the positive affirmations and self soothing, because doing grief work, heartbreak work or
Mhm.
divorce work, doing all of that work to deal with your emotions requires some positive input so that you don't just get so exhausted. So we use that self affirmation and allowing people to go through grief together as a unit. And then we help people with deciding if they want a new relationship or if they want to just go solo for a while, which is perfectly fine. So
Right.
I've had many people I've worked with. Some people say, "Oh yeah, I want somebody else," and some people are like, "No, you know what? I need a break, 2 or 3
Right.
years." And so it's just different for everybody. But
Mhm.
the different phases, we'll talk about later and how a song can interject into that. But we do the relationship inventory, and then we do that envisioning, if you will,
Yeah.
to envision what the future can be. And I encourage people, and we have so much fun just dreaming big
Yeah.
and believing big. And
Yeah.
I've had so many people do so many beautiful things. One
Yeah.
girlfriend is, or I call her my girlfriend now, but she was one of my clients and she's now in a PhD program.
Wow.
And she was divorced with 3 children. So these
Mhm.
are the types of things my program will allow you to do. So that's healing the wounds of divorce. And we'll talk about my second book in a little bit. But I want to hear about your book, Kay, and how we work together to bring this type of healing and wholeness to people.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that stood out from what you said as far as self-soothing. I
Yeah,
have a lot of that in my book as well, a lot of self-soothing. And
nice.
you also talk about using your imagination and building that future. And I
Yeah,
talk about that too, because what I do is I take people who don't feel very confident in writing songs, or they're afraid to take that next step, or they just don't feel worthy of being that songwriter that they were meant to be. And
okay.
I teach them that they are worthy. And I teach them about the law of attraction and how they can use the power of their minds and their emotions and their imagination
Nice.
to manifest whatever they want, their whole songwriting life. And I just think it's really important to understand like the basics as far as feeling worthy, knowing that you are loved by God unconditionally. That's really important in this whole process.
Yeah.
And, in addition to that, I teach them all about songwriting as far as how to create a song, how to build a song, the structure of a song. I
Nice.
talk about the songwriting industry, the business, how to copyright their music, how to, know how to present it, how to find producers, people to
Nice.
sing your song if you don't want to sing it yourself. I go through all of that. And then at the end, I also teach them about how to make the right decision for them. It's all about feeling it, using your intuition to know which way to go, because your intuition is God telling you where to go.
Exactly.
And so
Exactly.
I get into all of that, and everyone's path is unique. Some people want to just write songs as a hobby. Some people just has a dream. They have a dream of putting out that one song. And some people
That
want,
hit.
what's that?
That hit, that number one hit.
One hit wonder, right?
Yeah.
Some people want to be songwriters as, their career. So everyone's path is unique. And I help them along that journey and just help them take that next step on their unique path. So
That's
I think definitely tying in songs with what you do can help them along their path.
and I think so too, because when you're in the emotional phases of grief, and I talk about grief because going through a divorce, a heartbreak, or a failed relationship, you do in fact go through a grief process. It's
Mhm.
akin to someone dying. It's that devastating of an event, particularly if you didn't want the relationship to end. Then
Mhm.
it can be even more devastating. And people
Mhm.
go through the emotional phases, which are, shock and denial,
Mhm.
depression, anger. It's this bargaining in their mind. What could I have done to make it better? What can I do for her to want me back? And so forth. So there's an entire grieving process that can last for a long time. Some people
Mhm.
can go through the grieving process for a year. Some
Mhm.
people, it could take 2 years. Some people,
Right.
maybe 6 months. So everyone is different. And it's not like you'll go, okay, I'm angry. Now I'm sad. Okay,
Mhm.
now I'm in denial and then I'll be done. No, because
Yeah,
you
you
could
can go
be
back and
angry,
forth.
you could be depressed, then you could be angry again,
Mhm.
then you can be in disbelief. But at the end, it's called acceptance or integration when you have finally decided it's over.
Yeah.
We are no longer together. We're not getting back. And you've
Mhm.
accepted that. And
Yeah.
you're ready to really pack up your internal bags and move
Mhm.
on. And what's so important about the grieving process is if we don't grieve properly, then we can take those bottled up emotions into other relationships. It could be with your children, it could
Yeah.
be with another significant other. And a lot of times we don't realize that we are responding out of what has happened in the past that we never dealt with, because a lot of times people stuff the emotions down and then they
Yeah.
just work, they just bury themselves in the work, or they just decide, I don't want to feel this way, so I'm just going to act like it didn't happen. But when that happens, people can become physically ill.
Right. I was just gonna say it's not healthy. It's not a
It's
healthy place to be.
not healthy at all. They become mentally ill in the sense of
Mhm.
depression and all types of things. So that's why the book here, Healing the Wounds of Divorce, is so critical for anyone who
Yeah.
is suffering from a heartbreak, from a failed relationship,
Yeah.
from a divorce, because I help you go through that grieving process
Mhm.
and then build yourself up in such a positive, unique way, and then help you find within yourself if you want to remain single or if you want to prepare yourself to move on into another relationship.
Right. You
So
have
I
that.
help you with that.
Mhm.
And then we dream big about your future. I help you work that out and plan. And we have a lot of fun with that. And so by the end of the book, you will know how to do everything.
Mhm.
You may not be done grieving though.
Right.
So I just wanted to let you know that, but you will understand what's
Mhm.
going on. And this is why I invite people to work with me one on one while they're going through it, because then I can coach you to more realistic goals. Or when you become disappointed, I'm there to encourage you. So the different emotional phases are so important. And
Yeah.
Kate, that's what I like about what we're bringing together is
Mhm.
a way for people to release how they're feeling is in songwriting, right?
Definitely, definitely. You don't want to keep emotions bottled up because, like you said, it can just manifest in all these other different ways, whether
Yeah.
you're taking it out on your child, like you said, or you're getting sick.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's energy that needs to be released.
Mm.
And I mean, I've written an angry song before.
Oh,
And like
really?
I was mentioning to you in the past that that song was really empowering to me. It actually made me feel better than I felt previously. I felt
Okay.
depressed at
Okay.
first. And then
Right.
it took me like a notch up, not all the way, but it just took me a little notch up, which was anger. And it
Okay.
just made me feel a little bit better and feeling like I'm going in the right direction. So I
Right.
feel like people, you know, and in my book, I talk about this emotional scale where the lowest is depression and you keep moving up until you get to bliss. And, you know, we have a whole range of emotions in between,
Yeah, we
but it's
do.
important to try to move up that emotional scale gradually.
Yeah.
And like there's a bunch of angry songs out there.
So give
And
us some lyrics. Give us some of the lyrics to your song. Is that okay?
sure,
Yeah.
it's called Off With Your Head.
All right.
It's called Off With Your Head.
Title.
It said, Off with your head, get out of my kingdom.
Mm.
To me, you are dead. Get out of my life. I gave you
Ooh.
I gave you your space. I gave you your freedom. And look what you've done. Get out of my life. That's
Oh, girl.
chorus.
Now
And
that's powerful.
that was angry, but I was taking back my power, you
Yes.
know, in that angry song. So
Wow.
it was definitely a step in the right direction. And I know you talked about the another phase of feeling guilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a Bruno Mars song that talks about, you know, I should have done this, I should have gave her flowers, or I should have danced with her, or simple stuff like that. So that's
Yeah.
definitely another phase that people go through that you help them work through as well.
If I could, I woulda, shoulda. You know, that was a
Mhm.
song back in the day where
Uh-huh.
people, where brothers were singing about if I could, I woulda, shoulda. You
Mhm,
know, and I'm
mhm.
gonna have to figure out who wrote that. But artists, as you're well aware, because you are, I mean, outstanding in your craft. But artists, a lot of times, wouldn't you agree that when they're experiencing different things in life, they begin to create
Yeah,
from within themselves the
yeah,
experiences they're going through, right?
yeah, yeah. A lot of creativity comes through real raw emotion from
Yeah.
situations that happens in life. And it not only it does it heal the person who's getting it out, but if you let other people hear it, they can actually feel like, okay, I'm not going through this alone. I'm not the only one who ever felt like this. And
Right.
it makes them feel less alone. So, you know, in that
That's
sense, it's a good
beautiful.
thing, whether it's an angry song or not. Somebody is gonna be helped by it.
Absolutely. And that reminds me, the one song that I can't remember who wrote it, but she says, I bust the windows
Yeah,
out your car.
I know that song. I think it's Jasmine Sullivan. I gotta look that up.
Okay.
But yes,
And
yes,
then
yes,
what? Beyonce wrote Lemonade, right?
yep, yep. And that whole album I heard was a journey through healing for her.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So that's why, when people are having a heartbreak, they work with me. I take you through the emotional, technical part, and then you help them with the creative side and different ways to express how they're feeling. So, who
exactly.
would be a good candidate to work with you in
Well,
songwriting?
I work with anyone who has a song in their heart, whether they're going through something or not. You
Okay.
know, everyone has, well, the people who are interested in writing songs, they have something they want to say and a reason for bringing out their song. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter what you're going through or what's going on. If you have something to say in your heart and you need to express it in this way and you feel like this is the way you need to express it, I would just help walk you through getting the confidence and the information and the knowledge and the techniques to get that out. Yeah.
Nice. So if I know nothing about songwriting, but I sing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in the shower,
Yep.
I could reach out to you, get your book, or have a conversation with you, and we can work out a plan so that
Definitely.
I know how to write lyrics. And
Definitely.
potentially, could I publish my song somewhere, or however
Yes, you
you,
can.
what do you do with songs after you make them?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I actually put out two songs this year, and I'll just tell you quickly what I did with them. So I had a producer, got it produced, got it copyrighted. I put it on a PRO site, which is a performance rights organization, which for me
Nice.
was BMI. And those are the people who collect your royalties when your
Oh,
music is played
nice.
outside. When it's played at a restaurant or performed by anyone, you get to collect royalties as the songwriter. So
Oh,
after you register it with that, you also want to find a distribution company and a publishing company. But since I don't have a publishing company, I have my distribution company is CD Baby, and they happen to have publishing administrative, like a publishing administrative section of their company that is able to help me with that side too. So they
nice.
collect other income that I need on the publishing side that I make. And CD Baby, as a distributor, puts out my music on all the major streaming platforms like YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music,
Nice.
all
Nice.
of those streaming platforms that you could imagine. They pretty much put it out there for me. And in
Okay.
addition to that, I have my own YouTube channel, so I put my music on my channel. And
Oh,
I
okay.
just try to promote it and get it out there. And pretty much that's how it goes. And it's all about, you promoting your music and getting it out there and getting people to listen to it and buy it and stream it and all that kind of stuff. So
Wow,
that's
it sounds like you really have a wealth of information to really share
oh
with
definitely.
so many people who have the desire and ambition
And
to
it's so
write a song.
it's so doable. It's a lot of steps, I must say. And
Yeah, I could tell by what you were saying.
yeah, but you know, hopefully in the future, I'll be making so much money that I have people to handle that for me. I plan on having people to handle that. But it's a good thing to be an indie artist and understand everything that's going on.
Wow.
Understand how things are copyrighted, understand where the royalties are coming from, the companies, the streaming.
Yes.
All of that is important as an artist to understand what's going on, because
Absolutely. Now let me ask you, what about the music part? So you help with the vocals. Do you buy the beats? Or, my sons, they are, they're vocalists and they are working with beats to put under their voices. So
there's so
what do you use?
yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can go about getting music, and I talk about all of that in the book. And
Okay.
for me in particular, I like to find a producer that can work with me. Like I don't usually find a beat and sing on the beat, although that's something that people do all the time. I like to write the song that just comes out of me.
Yes,
And then
beautiful.
I find the producer who can build music to accompany it in
That's
a way
nice.
that makes it all come together in a beautiful way. So that's what I've been doing with my music. But I mean, people do it in all different types of ways. You can find a beat and write on it, and your song can be a hit off of a beat. Like Little Nas X, he wrote that song "Old Town Road," right?
Oh, yes.
It came from he found a beat on the internet on
That
YouTube.
is so true, didn't he?
So it
That's
can
true.
be you can get your music from anywhere.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
no set rule for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to tell anyone who could be listening to our conversation today that I do work with anyone who is going through a heartbreak, through a failed relationship, through a divorce, and you really want to feel better. I have a program. I'm a life coach and a relationship coach certified. and I'm also a minister, and I've been in ministry over 25 years. And I'm
Wow.
certified in premarital and marital counseling. So the program that I have, or the clientele that I work with, we just work through all of the process. And if you are finding yourself in that position, you can reach me at fredawilson.com and set up an appointment. I'll talk with you on the spot. If you go to fredawilson.com, you'll see what I offer. And, I can help almost anybody get through what they're going through and then move on to the next phase of their life, which is the particular goal. And in doing that, you can have a song to take with you on the way.
Yes, why not? It's very therapeutic, and you just never know where that can take you.
That is so true. How can they reach you, Kay?
They can go to my website, www.kaylamour.com. That's KAYLAMOUR.com. And they can contact me, set up an appointment, and we can definitely set up some time to chat about how I can possibly help them, just take the next step and become that songwriter that they were born to be.
That is so beautiful. So the other book that we mentioned earlier was of mine is coming out in February, and it's called Building Relationships That Last: The Guide to Mutually Fulfilling Love. And I am so excited about that book because I wish I had someone to show me what to look for in a good partner or a good mate,
Mhm.
and have somebody to tell me, just because I feel so good and emotionally charged, that doesn't mean that that person is compatible. And
Right.
so in this book, I help individuals know how to choose and what's needed in a relationship that'll work. And also, if you're in a relationship and you're hitting some tough spots, then I show you or work with you by yourself or with your partner, your spouse, and tell you how to make some adjustments so that you can get back to that place of bliss that Kay talked about. Because the truth of the matter is, I don't think people get married to get divorced. We
Right.
pretty much get married or get in these long-term relationships because we want to stay together.
Exactly.
And
That's
so
true.
sometimes we hit that block in the road,
Mhm.
and we just need somebody to help us jump that hurdle.
Yes.
And that's why I'm here to
Yes.
help you. FredaWilson.com. And my name is FredaWilson.com. That's how you can reach me. And I'd love to chat with you. The first conversation with me is 100% free. And I can, share with you what I have to offer, maybe even help you a little bit in that first conversation. So I
Yes.
love to hear from all
That's
of
so great. I so wish I had that book way back in the day.
you.
Like, because you always want a friend who would be able to give you that advice. And
Yeah.
most times we don't have the friends with that experience to even know what to tell you. Like, they might give you advice, but it might not be the right advice.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And with their experience, just in life in general, and as a coach, you can definitely help people in whatever phase of their relationships, whether they're hitting a rough patch or it's the end or whatever the case is, or even before marriage, to know if this is the right person before you tie the knot, jump the broom.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Or some tools to take with you
Yeah,
into the marriage,
yeah.
premarital counseling. We talk about sex and finances and so forth. Most of the time people are together these days, they've already had sex. And they pretty
Right.
much and they pretty much
First
know how
date,
much, yeah. And they pretty much know how much money you got, and if your credit is good or bad. And if
just
you
gotta
never do
Google the
that, then
person too.
that's something I will tell you to do. But what'd you say, Kay?
Not saying all you have to do is Google somebody and you find out all kinds of information about them.
That is so, so true. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's another song you've sang or written? I
Well,
know, what's the song I heard?
this year I wrote What If, and that song is pretty much about just asking some life questions and making peace with where you are, and just knowing that it's okay whatever you're thinking, whatever you're going through, it's okay at the end of the day, because I believe, this is my personal belief, I believe that at the end of the day, in the grand scheme of things, this is all one big game. And it's not to be taken seriously at all, no matter what we're going through. I mean, and I talk about it in my book. I actually had a download of information that I believe came from God. It felt so good. It was like overwhelming love and the feeling that this is all temporary, and the feeling that you shouldn't take anything serious, no matter how serious it may seem to be, because we're not going to be here forever. And that's why I feel like it's a game in my mind. So in that song, I talk about, you know, what if I stop caring so much? What if, what if I cut off all my hair? What if I did this? What if I did that? And it's all okay, because at the end of the day, it's a game. So
That's a fun way to look at it, right?
that's how I look at it. And then my other song that I did this year was more of a country western vibe, which was very new to me because I'm not a country artist, but what came through me. And that one is about breaking up pretty much, and jumping into a new relationship to see where it's gonna go. And it was like it's pretty much like saying, like, I broke up with someone and I know you've been waiting there in the wings, and now I'm ready to see where this goes. And the chorus goes, being that I don't want to fuss and fight, let's make love for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I like that one. Is that the one where you have the boots on?
Yeah, girl, I was dressed up like a cowgirl.
Oh wow, I so love that song. That is a beautiful song.
Yes,
If you don't do country, you did country on that one.
Yes. And I've written so many songs over the years just to express myself and get through situations and, relationship issues and all that kind of stuff. It definitely helped me to write songs and just get everything out there. And there's one particular song that really helped me, and it came from feeling depressed and making peace with where I am, and feeling a little bit low self-esteem, like not feeling good enough, and looking at myself in the mirror after taking a shower, no clothes, just looking at myself, and feeling like my guardian angel or someone was singing through me and singing to me.
That's beautiful.
And that song is called I Love. And that song helped me heal so much. And I just know that it wasn't me singing the song.
Wow.
And as I was singing it, I started crying. I'm like, I gotta record this, because if this is helping me, this can maybe help somebody else. And it's about, it was someone saying, I love those marks. I love your scars. I love you just the way you are. I love your face. Look at your style. I want you here. Please stay a while. And every time I sing it, just say the words, I'm getting all choked up, because I remember where I was.
Yeah.
I remember how songwriting and music has brought me back to a healthier place.
And I think that's good too. And that's why anyone going through a heartbreak, a divorce, you can, even if you never thought to sing, you can sing and learn how to express what you're feeling in the form of music. So that's why Kay and I, have partnered, and we thought this would be such a beautiful marriage, if you will, with people that are healing and going through a process, and then you can tap into your creativity and write lyrics to express yourself. And I believe Kay said that you could do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
It's something you do on your own, or if you feel inspired going into your new life that I help you build, then you could say, you know what, I think I want to become a recording artist.
Why not?
We got you.
It's a powerful tool, and you just never know where it can take you, how it can heal you, how it can heal others, and it's amazing.
Tell me the name of your book again, Kay.
It's Your Path to Songwriting Success, 7 Steps to Becoming a Confident Songwriter.
Wow. Your path to
Songwriting,
songwriting success.
because everyone
Nice.
has a unique path. And I talk about
Good.
that all throughout the book. No one's path is the same.
Wow. And my book is the same, Healing the Wounds of Divorce.
Mhm.
Everyone's journey is
It's
different.
different. Yep.
And the other book, Building Relationships That Last, How to Build Mutually Fulfilling Love.
Mhm.
Everyone's journey is different.
It's
Now,
different.
I didn't share in
Yeah.
the beginning, but I went through a very painful public divorce
Mm.
because I was in ministry, and it was very devastating, to say the least.
Right.
And we were a pretty big church, a mega church in Texas. And so it was very, very painful. And so that's what inspired me to write my first book, Healing the Wounds of Divorce, or Healing the Wounds of a Broken Heart.
Mhm.
And I share my journey and how I helped, what I learned through all of my training, my education, and my personal experience.
Mhm.
And I give that to others to teach them how to journey through the same process and to give them hope.
Yeah.
Because once you read what I went through,
Mhm.
you'd
Mhm.
be like, oh, I could do that. And so, yeah, it's to give you hope,
That's huge.
to move on and dream big and just
Yeah.
embrace what is before you. And
Right.
as Kate talked about, what you put out into the world is what you get back. In
Mhm.
the scriptures, we talk about the law of reciprocity. What you sow is what you reap, which
Yep.
is the same as the law of attraction.
Mhm.
What you put out there is what you are going to get back to yourself.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what I want to help you do. So
Mhm.
if you need any type of help whatsoever, if it's relationship or individually, FredaWilson.com, FredaWilson.com. And you can set up some time to meet with me, shoot me an email. That's the best place to know how to find me is just go to the website, Freda Wilson, FREDA
That's simple enough.
WILSON. What'd you say?
I said that's simple enough to remember. It's your
Freda
name.
Wilson. Exactly. So
Yes.
hopefully I can bless somebody, and hopefully we can bless somebody with what we're
Definitely,
sharing.
definitely. I'm so happy to have done this with you, Freda. You are amazing. You're an amazing coach.
You are
Mm,
amazing
Thank
songwriter
you so
and
much.
psalmist, okay?
Thank you. And I can't
But you
wait.
don't want to sing for us a little bit, do you?
What was that?
You want to sing a little bit or no?
Let me see. What should I sing?
One of your songs or whatever you're feeling.
Um, um, um,
She said, oh, I know I put you on the spot, so don't feel pressured if you don't want to.
okay. Let me just say something real quick. This is not like a complete song, but I just want to say that there are points where you could be going through something and you know that you don't want your thoughts to go to a certain place. And what you can do is what I've been doing is something came to me where I'm saying, like, don't you dare go there, right? Don't
Wow.
go there. And so this song comes up every time my mind is about to go somewhere I don't want it to go. And it goes like this. Don't you dare, don't you dare go there. Don't you dare go there, my dear. Don't you dare,
Mm,
don't you dare go there. Don't you dare go there, my dear. And that's it.
that's
That's
beautiful.
simple.
And so
And there's
sweet,
one more
right?
other thing. There's another thing that came to me, another soothing thing. Self-soothing is the name of the game, right? So
That's
another
right.
song that I sing to soothe myself sometimes is Relax, my love, relax. Relax, my love, relax.
Nice.
Relax, my love, my little turtle dove. Relax, my love, relax. And then I put in other verbs in there, like stay calm and just using the same melody. and that calms me down. So you can use songs in so many different ways. It doesn't even have to be a full song. It could be something that's going to soothe you in the moment so that you don't go off the deep end. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like, don't you dare go there.
Go there. You know you're going to end up going down the rabbit hole if you go there. So just stop it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been so nice talking with you, Freda.
It
Thank
has been
you for
so,
spending
so
this time
happy.
with me and sharing everything with the audience. This has been amazing.
It has been beautiful. And I know that people are going to love you and
You as well.
enjoy working with you. So I'm looking forward to big and great things for sure.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Have a good evening.
Have a
Bye.
good evening. Bye bye.